Subhanallah. Last year, I came here in the airport waiting for my flight, Abu Dhabi airport. The Olympics, the tournament was going on, and there was a television in the lounge. By accident, I looked up. And guess what? A woman was trying to lift a heavy weight. And what happened? The weight was too much for her. She went cockeyed. You are not cut for this, so who's forcing you? You are not meant for this. So that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given women certain tasks suiting their nature. By asking the women to do all these things, actually we are unfair to them. We are unfair to the sisters and unfair to the women in general. Some women, when you see them, how they walk, like martial art, like field marshals, military commandos. That's how they walk. Subhanallah. Condition number 7. The hijab must not resemble the garments of the kuffar. Your hijab should not look or resemble the hijab of the kafirat or the dress of the kafira. Man tashabbaha biqawmin fahuwa minhum. That's what the Prophet ﷺ said. If you imitate the kuffar, you will be one of them. The hijab should not be for fame, for shuhra. So the hijab should not be for fame. The Prophet ﷺ made it very clear, as mentioned in the authentic hadith in Sunan Abu Dawood and Sunan Ibn Majah. Anyone who wears a garment designed for worldly fame, Allah will make them wear a garment of humility on the day of resurrection, and he will be set ablaze in the hellfire. The issue of niqab. The niqab. First of all, my dear sisters, I want you to know the following. The Muslim scholars, they have no problem. All Muslim scholars agree that the niqab is the best thing for any Muslimah. No argument about this. No argument about this. All Muslims agree that niqab is the best. The only difference between Muslim scholars, is it fard or is it sunnah? This is the only difference. But all agree that the woman and the sister who covers herself, this is the best thing. The issue of niqab, first of all, it is an Islamic ruling. Hukum shar'i. It is not, the non-Muslim has no right to interfere here. It is none of their business. They have no right. Because this is hukum shar'i, this is an Islamic ruling. Only Muslim scholars are the one who can talk about this matter. Not politicians. So the non-Muslims should mind their own business. This is number one. It is also funny and ludicrous that you hear that the non-Muslims, they want to teach us Islam. Can you imagine? That they know Islam better than the Muslims, better than the scholars of Islam. And they come and they talk about Islam. And they contradict themselves. They call their countries democratic countries. It is mentioned in their constitutions, religious the freedom of religion, or religious freedom, or personal freedom. Constitution protects it and gives it to you. Why when it comes to the Muslimah, he has no freedom? The Muslimah, she decides to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and wears the niqab. And that's what Allah commands her, and that's what her Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam commands her. Why do you interfere here? At the same time, someone will be walking all over with yeast string. It's okay? That's okay, acceptable. And a sister, decent, covering herself, watch out. That is a threat. Threat for what? So, the real actually reason behind all these things is hatred for Islam. I'm saying it. They hate Islam. But they don't have the gut to say it. They should say so. We don't want you. Say it. Don't beat about the bush and around the bush. It is none of your business. This is Islamic ruling. It is the right of any Muslimah to wear what pleases her Lord. And I want every sister to pay attention to what I'm going to say now, because this is going to help you to avoid a lot of headaches. A lot of headaches. Take pens and papers and write the following. The rulings of the Sharia, are only 5 rulings. We have only 5 rulings in the Sharia. Number 1 is the haram, the unlawful. Number 2, the makruh, the disliked. Number 3, the fard, or obligatory. Number 4, the sunnah, the recommended. Number 5, the halal. We have only 5 rulings in Islam. Haram, group them like this. Haram, makruh. Fard, sunnah, halal. 5 rulings. Now, if we are talking about the layman, because this is what the layman says, I am confused. I don't know what to do. A sister is confused. What the layman should do. You have 2 mashayikh, 2 scholars. One is saying this thing is haram. Another one is saying it is makruh. Haram and makruh too. One saying haram, one saying makruh. Makruh, it means something Allah dislikes, hates. If it is haram or makruh, and I'm a layman, should I do it or leave it? Should I do it or leave it? Leave it. Because I want to be on the safe side. I don't want to have headache. Haram, makruh, leave it. Move to the 3rd and the 4th ruling. One sheikh, one scholar is saying it is fard. Fard. Another one saying it is sunnah. Do it or leave it. Do it or leave it. Do it. If it is fard, you are doing it. If it is sunnah, you are doing it. It is win-win situation. One scholar saying niqab is fard, another one saying niqab is sunnah. Do it or leave it? Do it. Why? If it is sunnah, you are doing it. If it is fard, you are doing it. So you're always on the safe side, and no one can talk about you. And we all know, the center and the focus of attraction is the face. No one should argue about this. The beauty of the woman is her face. And when you look at her face. That's why the Prophet ﷺ, when the Sahabi came and he said, I have proposed to the family, this family, He said, did you see her? Did you see her? He said, no. He said, go. فَإِنَّ فِي أَعْيُنِ الْأَنصَارِ حَوَلْ. Go and see your wife, because they have problems with their eyes, the Ansar. Go and see your wife. Look where? In her face. See her eye. And subhanallah, the Quran forbids the women not to hit the ground with their feet so that their anklets can make the noise. Women in the past, they were wearing anklets. So when they pass by the men, they hit. So the anklets making noise. What for? To draw men's attention. Now, which is more fitna? The anklet or the face? Think about it. The sound of the anklet or the face of a beautiful woman? Which one? Where is the fitna? I leave it to you to think about it. So Allah forbids the women not to move their anklets. So the best thing, my dear sisters, for you is to wear your niqab. And those who are not wearing the niqab, may Allah strengthen their iman and should start wearing it. And those who are not wearing the niqab should support their sisters, the niqabis, and should stand by them and encourage them and giving them support, not to tell them, you know, sisters, we are facing difficulties, why don't you remove your niqab? If you remove your niqab, tomorrow you will remove the hijab. Because the iman will just keep dropping. And this is how the shaitan pulls our legs. Muslims should raise the power. Should raise the power, not lowering it. They are saying no niqab, all the sisters are wearing niqab. So we raise the power so that no one can try and ask us to compromise our deen. The moment we start to compromise our deen, they will ask more and more and more, as Allah said, وَدُّوا لَوْ تُدْهِنُوا فَيُدْهِنُونَ. They wish that you compromise so they can compromise. That's what they want. So now, if it is haram or makruh, you leave it. If it is fard or sunnah, you do it. What remains? The fifth ruling, halal. Halal is halal. You can take your dinner or go without it. You can sleep without your dinner because it is halal. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala preserve you and protect you, my dear sisters, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect all our sisters all over the planet. Ameen. Barakallahu feekum. Jazakum Allahu khaira. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.